You know what? I don't really talk about these metrics a lot, but I actually just want to share with you guys something that like legitimately blows my mind. Let me pull it up on my YouTube analytics here so I can get an exact number for you guys. Okay, so when I go to the audience tab in my YouTube analytics, YouTube has this cool feature where I can see how many people have the notification bell checked for my channel. And then I can also see out of all those people that have the bell checked, who also has notifications enabled for the YouTube app on their phone or for YouTube on their desktop, right? I can see that total number. Right now in my analytics, 37% of my subscribers have the notification bell checked. That's 473,000 people. Okay, just throw that out there. Out of those people, the ones who have the bell checked and who have notifications enabled on their phone is 12.8% of my audience, or 163,500 people. And you're telling me that every time I go live, all 163,000 of those people are getting a notification and like 80 are showing up? Come on, man. Now, this is actually super interesting because I'm looking into what this guy Tassel just sent me on Instagram. It's a screenshot. He got a notification that said, can't send messages because you subscribe to this channel while watching a video made for kids. I don't make kid content. So we go to the Google Help support page. All of these features are disabled if you subscribed to a channel where it was content made for kids. On that list, notifications. So yeah, certain features may be restricted or turned off on content that's set as made for kids. So I guess that means if like when I was making a lot of Fortnite creative content, if that content was like, even though it's important to be technical, YouTube defines kids, right, as 13 or younger. Now, I would argue that I wasn't making content for 13 or younger. First of all, just because of the content that I was making. And also Fortnite is a T-rated game. So for teens, that literally is 13 and above. But if the YouTube algorithm thought otherwise and thought that I was making content for kids, then they might override some of those ratings. And even though I have it set where my new content isn't supposed to be for kids, it might be assuming that my new content is. If you subscribe to my channel watching a Fortnite creative video that the algorithm thought was for kids, even though it wasn't, that means that even if you checked the bell, you're no longer getting notifications from my channel. So if you subscribed early in the early death run days, which would be, oh gosh, I don't know, 70% maybe of my audience. Yeah, but mostly kids watch Fortnite, bro. But that's what I'm saying. I don't think most of my subscribers are 12 or younger. I don't think that's true. I got hundreds of thousands of subs just playing COD. And that's, you know, when I first started. So I don't know. Weird, interesting metrics. There are definitely people who watch my content who are 12 or younger. I would say the median age of my audience is probably between 12 or 13 and like 17 or 18, where the bulk of my viewership comes from, I would think. Like, I'm definitely not making content for kids now. So it's just, I don't know. It's interesting. So I don't like talking about this stuff too much just because it feels like I don't want it to come off like I'm making excuses for viewership. Like, there's definitely improvements I could be making, but those simple metrics alone just don't make sense. There's obviously something else going on there. And I think what Tassel just told me is a really interesting hint as to why that may be happening. The problem is there's no way for me to rectify that. Like, I think even if I went back and changed all of my videos to make sure that they were set to not made for kids, that because they were set to for kids, when somebody subscribed, it's not gonna re-enable notifications for that person, even though they still think they haven't checked. So I don't know, it's all weird. Maybe if we cancel you, you'll grow faster. I don't want it to come off like I'm trying to say that all 163,000 people, like I shouldn't have 163,000 people in my live stream. Obviously not what I'm saying. I just think this metric in the YouTube studio needs to be a little bit more clear because it gives off the impression that that would be the case, but we obviously know that's not true. So